Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Attack on Titan, which I'm very excited about. If you're joining me early today, it means you are one of my awesome patrons! Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you those big old hugs right through the screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, what did I think of Attack on Titan Episode 1? Well, to find that out, you gotta go and watch my my reaction to it. But I will kind of briefly recap, since I'm going to be watching Episode 2 today. I really enjoyed it. I instantly see like a very heavy tone, a little bit more of a grim tone than some other anime that I've seen. It felt like we've really hit the ground running in terms of action and moving things along to get to the main premise of our series, which I wasn't sure about. I thought maybe, maybe they're gonna go back and forth and like build up like, oh, when the Titans are gonna finally breach the wall and everything. No, they got right on through to the other side. So I did notice a couple things also that I will mention that I didn't get to mention in my previous video. The one Titan was much, much, much bigger than all the other ones. So I can see why once we saw the other side of the wall and all the other Titans, you can see how them building that wall kept the Titans out for a very, very long time, because the wall was like easily 10 times the height of any of the Titans, or maybe not quite that much, but it was very, very tall. And I don't know much about them yet, but they don't seem, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on this because I've only seen a little bit of them. Maybe they are intelligent, but I don't know, like they almost kind of seem like zombie monster type. Like I don't know if they would have the reason and spatial skills to like try and climb on top of each other or something and make like a Titan ladder or something. So it makes sense that they kept them out for such a long time. But then we have this one massive Titan. Is an evolutionary thing? Like they needed to become that big, so one of them became that big? Where do they even come from? Are they, I don't know. I don't even know. Were they produced somehow? Are they a natural occurrence in this universe that we're watching? I don't know. So, it opened up a lot of, like kind of, like, how did that happen kind of questions for me. Of course, I still have the question about the dad and what he was keeping in the basement and if it's even still there. I'm pretty sure, I mean, the house looked like it was pretty destroyed, but I mean, the basement might still be intact, so God only knows what's going on there. I really like the characters so far. I like Eren. He's fiery, but he has kind of like a boyish innocence about him as well. So it's especially, I don't know, there's something that feels especially dangerous, like seeing him put into situations, or when he was talking about like being in a very dangerous situation when he was talking about joining the Survey Corps and during the last episode. So there is something about him that just like he gives off this kind of like innocence that, at least at this point, I don't know, like maybe later in the series he's gonna be like hard as stone or something. But he definitely, like, it feels like there's a need to protect him a little bit. I didn't get to see much of Armin, but he seemed pretty cool. I really liked Mikasa, just this like silent protector who just like, I don't think she's his sister either. At first I thought maybe they were brother and sister, but then he mentioned like, why did you tell my parents about that or something? And I'm like, oh, okay, so they're not related or anything. Maybe just really good friends, or maybe the family looked after her. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out more about that as the series goes on. But I love how she just her job was just like getting him out of out of tough spots. So I'm hoping our crew all stays together now. I don't know. We kind of left things off in the middle of a huge attack, so we'll see. Hopefully they'll all be okay. So I'm really enjoying it so far. It scares me a little bit. The scene with the mom was definitely that was an intense scene. And I'm sure it's going to be the first of many, but it's kind of horrifying as some of the aspects of it are. It's that kind of horror that like grips you in, like, oh wait, like what's gonna happen? I want to see more, and how are they gonna get out of this? Not so much like gratuitous, like, oh man, this isn't even, I'm not even on board with this. So I'm excited to see more, and there's only one way to find out what happens next, and that's to jump right in to the next episode of Attack on Titan. Let's do this, guys. I will say this. The design for the Titans is really terrifying. For one thing, they're like always smiling, but it's like crazy, creepy smiling. I don't know, the whole like giant smiling and naked thing is really unsettling. Oh, poor little mousy. Oh, poor people. Oh, now see, this is... Oh, look at the teeth. Oh my god, the teeth. Oh my god, the teeth. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh. He did to save you, bud. Oh. Oh, good, they're gonna get out. Okay, so they do have, like, they have some things put in place to do a quick evacuate. Not quick enough, sadly.
Eren.
I feel like a lot of people's lives changed that day. It's just too bad to think that they didn't. It seems like they weren't really making the most of the time that they had during the peaceful times to try and like find out more about the Titans. But then again, like, how do you find out more about them when you can't get near them without being eaten? Oh no. Oh. Oh, this... There must be a way to stop them. They must have some weakness. I wonder where Eren's dad is. There you go. So they're basically sealing in those poor people who were left. Oh, see, he looks... The other ones have, like, flesh and everything. He doesn't. He's like a Mega Titan. And I think the one that made it over the wall was like that, too. It was just like, muscle and tissue and... Yeah, and he's like way more jacked too. Like the other ones are looking a little flabby and So something's going on. There's like a new breed of them. Oh yeah, there's no stopping one of these. See how different they look from the other ones? Well, you guys know. You see it. I'm preaching to the choir. Oh, I see. Something's up here. How much you want to bet? Like, either they evolved or like someone made them into. Oh dang. Maybe like someone made them into Mega Titans. There's no stopping the ones like that. Like, I don't even know what they're gonna do. Those ones are obviously far more powerful. Oh, now there is no gate. Great. Since when can they do that too? Did he just like breathe fire or something? Oh boy. Oh, this poor boy. Oh. Oh. Poor kid. Can't blame yourself in a... I mean, like, what are you gonna do against them? But something tells me he's gonna figure out a way.
Eren, どうしたの? Eren.
There we go. I think we're about to see a very different Eren. This poor kid. It's just so grim and grisly, like all these lives changed by terrible events. Don't they ever get full? Oh, there's the dad. Wait a minute. What? What in the world was that? It looks like it took place after everything we just saw. Was there a time jump? No, it's just like a dream. Oh.
なんだあいつ。仕方ないよ。この配給多分人数分ないんだ。それが1日分だって。避難民が多すぎるんだ。もともと食料大事にされないのは知ってるでしょ。
Why is that? Oh, because they see them as.
どうせ巨人が壁を越えたんなら、もっと食って減らしてくれりゃよかったんだ。
Whoa, dude! Oh. No, stop him, Mikasa! Stop him!
何すんだこのガキ！
知らないくせにお前なんか見たウォールマリアに巨人なんか全部ぶっ潰してエレン本気で言ってるんじゃない
How though, honey? How?
本気だ俺は壁の中で強がってるだけのあいつらとは違うこんなもんいらない
Oh! It's precious. In these times.
そんなもん恵んだすれば死ぬ僕の父さん母さん みたいに。だからあいつらにペコペコするのか。恥ずかしくないのかよ。
His parents
今は
died?
しょうがないよ。しょうがないなんて言い訳だ。だったらいつまでもそうやって家畜みたいに生きろ。弱虫。
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, Mikasa came in to just kind of settle things. I want to see him take out all the Titans, but yeah, you need a better game plan than just.
そんな力のない人間があの巨人を一匹だって倒せるわけない。
She's not wrong.
大切なのは生き延びること。おばさんが言ってた通り。
Boy, I like her. Oh.
食べてちゃんと生き残るの。エレンを飢え死になんかさせない。
Oh. I thought this poor kid.
顔を名目に大量の避難民を作戦に投入した。
Oh. Wow. So I mean, they weren't terribly well prepared for this, because what did they think was going to happen?
人口の2割に相当したが、生存者はわずか百数十名。
Oh.
その犠牲で残された人々の食料不足は
Oh, that's probably what they were after in the first place, was just thinning out the amount of refugees. It's so sad. What did they think was going to happen if one of the walls ever got breached? Like, they didn't have any kind of food. Well, I don't think it was such a non-issue after the walls. They probably didn't even think of it.
俺たちの居場所だって取り戻せる。アルミ変年訓練兵に志願する。巨人と戦う力をつける。僕、アルミ、僕も。私も行こう。ミカサ、お前はいいんだぞ。
I'm least worried about her.
大事って言ってたら。そう、だからあな。
I want more than anything for these sweet children to be alright.
第104期訓練兵団の入団式を行う。私が運悪く貴様らを監督することになる。貴様らが巨人の前に立った時、ただの餌のままか、あるいは
I hope not.
守る名誉ある壁となるか、または巨人を駆逐する栄光ある人類。
Oh, now he's a little older.
巨人を一匹残らず駆逐してやる。
I believe in him. Oh, man. Okay. That was very, very good. So, all the basic groundwork laid out in the first episode was kind of, we now took that and implemented, okay, now what is it going to do to our story and our characters and everything. Watching the people try to get out of the Titan infested territory was heartbreaking, and the people who got left behind and everything was just, it's just one of those things that you look at and like it leaves you with like a heavy feeling, because it just kind of reminds you of like all the hurt there is in the world. But I don't mean to get off into like a tangent about, you know, real world events, but it leaves you with like a very, very heavy heart, you know, and seeing, I said this a little bit during the credits, but seeing the Eren that we started out with, who, you know, was very determined and had that kind of fire in him, you could tell, but nothing had really sparked it yet. And to see him just go through this awful series of events, this tragedy, and now be like very changed by it. It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, like, you want to see him be okay enough to like be able to kill all the Titans and take back his home and everything. Okay, so let's talk about the like dream sequence that he had, where he was saying you went nuts after mom died, and the dad was trying to like hit him with a syringe or something, and he was telling him to get back to that basement with the key and everything. That almost made it seem like he had some interaction with the dad after everything happened with the Titans, but we didn't see that. So what in the world was that? I'm sure we'll get more about it as time goes on, but we know the dad is out there. He did seem to be like alive and okay. Again, like, I'm happy that Eren's like, and his friends are like taking charge and everything, but it's sad to see the kind of people they'll have to become to survive in this new world, and just like the treatment of them as refugees too. Like, on the one hand, I get that, you know, this system worked very well and there wasn't a huge need to kind of look outside of any normal daily routine, but at the same time, like, you went to the trouble of putting up the walls and you obviously had like a way to evacuate the area. Why would you not like have food stored up, or like even consider that or think of that ahead of time? I'm sure there's a lot of variables to that. Again, some of it I think is just that like there's a lull during times of peace, and also maybe they just didn't they may just not have the actual acreage to be able to plant and farm that much food for that many people in that area, because we saw even when the refugees were put to work, like, it still didn't produce enough food. It's very grim, you guys. It just left me with a very grim, sad feeling about all those people went through. The ones who did survive then had this awful life as refugees, and the many were sent to basically their deaths to just thin out the amount of refugees, I think, under the guise that, you know, they're going to try and take back Wall Maria. But wow. Yeah, just, it's left me with like a heavy burden, but I really, really want more than anything for our 3 kids to be okay. I want to know more. I want to know what in the heck is going on with the dad, and there's only one way to do that, and that's just to keep watching. And thank you guys so much for watching with me today. I can't wait to find out more and see more about our crew, and just root for them and pray for them to be okay. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time and we'll watch it together. I'll see you then. Bye.